I'm curious if this is a cover of Frank Sinatra's "My Way," because in that case, I have heard this song, but I didn't know Elvis covered it. It could not be that song at all, but just seeing "My Way," knowing that this is in '73, it's probably a cover of it. But I love Elvis. We've checked out Elvis a few times on this channel. If you guys don't know, my name is Andy Rue, and we've been checking out a lot of classic pop, rock, metal, jazz, R&B, just tons of just cool music that I wasn't raised on. You know, I was raised on more like a lot of Christian music and other things like that. Like I didn't get to really grow up being well versed in this era and these multiple eras. You know, 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s, tons of stuff. So that's what we've been doing on this channel. It's been so much fun hanging out with you guys and being able to check out this era in real time with you guys. And I think you guys have enjoyed it too. The support has been absolutely fantastic. And yeah, I'm just excited to keep getting into it. So we've reacted to Elvis before, and I really enjoy Elvis. You guys had suggested a couple other songs by him that I had already heard, such as "Can't Help Falling in Love." That's a classic. I do know that one, but I don't know Elvis's, I guess, version of "My Way." So let's check it out today, guys. My name is Andrew once again. Where are my two-steppers at? Give me one second. I'm getting better. I'm getting better at two-stepping. I wish you guys could see my feet. I keep mentioning it, but I think I might get a cam that I can switch to that just looks at my feet, and then you can see it. You can see me stepping and two-stepping. All right, let's pull this up, y'all. I'm excited to get into it. If you guys don't know, I tend to pause a fair amount depending on what I'm listening to, just because I am a producer and an engineer full-time. I've been doing that for 8 years professionally, but 10 years in total. I actually just started getting into live sound at a venue out here, so that's been really cool. And then what else? I'm a pianist. I'm a musician. I've been doing that since I was 6 years old. If you guys don't know, I'm Gen Z, of course, and I am 26 years old now, so I'm actually towards kind of the end of Gen Z, but I guess the beginning of Gen Z, I should say. Some people call me a zillennial. It's kind of weird. Anyway, yeah, let's check this out.
And now the end is near, so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I traveled each and every byway, oh, and more, much more than this, I did it my way.
Oh yeah, it's that "My Way." One of the cool things I think about this song, if I'm correct, is that Frank Sinatra had written this towards the end of his life, if I'm pretty sure. Again, I could be totally off about this. I'm actually going to do a quick little Google search. But now I'm kind of wondering when Elvis had passed, because that would be pretty poetic if this was towards the end of his life as well. 77. This was in the last couple years of his life. When did Frank pass? I looked up Frank Ocean by accident. But no, dude, his voice is perfect for this, by the way. Elvis is killing this. It's very good for just like deep voices. And I think Elvis just had this silky perfection in his voice that just works so just amazing. I don't know. It works so good with songs like "Can't Help Falling in Love" and everything. 98. So Frank actually passed after. Okay, so I might have been wrong about that being written towards the end of his life. But that's crazy then, because this is towards the end of Elvis's life. Wow. Okay. More you know. Let's keep going.
Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do and saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway, oh, and more, much more than this, I did it my way.
Yeah. Oh man, I think it was really trippy. When I first saw a picture of Elvis and Frank Sinatra together, actually, it was on the internet. I was just scrolling and it popped up, and I think everyone from my generation was surprised because you'd think that like Frank Sinatra and Elvis are from completely different time periods. Frank Sinatra was very much like big band jazz and those things, and he was more part of this like pop rock and roll kind of thing going on. That was just super like what's a good word, secular, I guess, or just a little bit out there, wasn't approved by everyone. So they're very different lanes, but to see them in a picture together was pretty trippy. Because, I think it was actually like they were on a TV show. I don't know what it was, but they were together and filmed and it was captured. And my whole generation was freaking out in the comments. We were like, bro, what? This is so weird seeing these two together because they're two super, super iconic artists. It's really cool seeing him cover this, man. I'm going to back it up a little bit because it's going to go into this next little bridge area that's just beautiful.
Yes, there were times I'm sure you knew when I bit off more than I could chew. But through it all, when there was doubt, I ate it up and spit it out. I faced it all and I stood tall and did it my way.
His voice, or not voice, sorry, his face almost seems like he's like, it's so effortless for him. He just sounds so good. I'm watching him hit these little, higher notes. I wonder how high he's going to go on this one, actually. But, and obviously he's making a little bit of a face there, but it's not as much, like, especially in this little section right here. I was noticing that, like, it's just naturally in his range. He's just an incredible singer.
And I stood tall and did it my way. I've loved, I've laughed and cried, I've had my fill, my share of losing, and now as tears subside, I find it all so amusing to think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way. Oh no, no, not me. I did it my way. Or what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not to say the word.
What? He turned it into like a swing. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I can't lie. If you guys aren't familiar with what I'm talking about, you'll probably hear it and just don't know what to call it. But, obviously in the original song, it's just like kind of what he was doing at the beginning, very steady. So to go into this more Elvis-y, like, that's so cool. Nice. Okay, Elvis and band.
To say the words he truly feels, and not the words for what it is. The record shows I took the blows and did it my way. The record shows I took the blows and did it my
Beautiful. Oh my goodness. Yo, that high note, that very last note is kind of crazy. I'm not going to lie, especially for the kind of, I guess, I don't know, like tone his voice is in. It just sounds really cool when he hits like higher notes. There's someone else who kind of has that same effect. Not like, it doesn't sonically sound the same, but it's this like a voice that doesn't sound like it should be high, but it is. And you guys are definitely not going to, if you are like any older than me, you're probably not gonna know who I'm talking about. But there's a singer from a band called Dance Gavin Dance. His name's Tillian, and if you listen to his music, it's like kind of raspy and doesn't sound like it should hit like high notes like that, but he does, and it sounds so beautiful. And that's what I just got from hearing Elvis hit that high note at the last, on that last note there. But yo, that swing at the end was so crazy. You know, I'm kind of glad I knew My Way before I watched this because I wouldn't have caught that originally. I would have just thought that was part of the song. So yo, amazing guys. Should I check out more Elvis? I think I should. I think I checked out like In the Ghetto and like I think one or two other by Elvis. I know a few Elvis songs though, so anything that's like super popular, like mainstream popular, I probably have already heard it. But I mean, all of this stuff is going to be super popular anyway. But leave some comments, and if it's not Elvis, you can also leave some comments. Say what's up. Make sure you guys follow my socials. I have my Instagram, X, and TikTok down there, as well as like, comment, and subscribe. We also have a membership where we drop videos early. But don't worry if you can't sign up for the membership. Your regular subscription means the world to me anyway. And everything that we drop on the membership, we eventually drop to the public anyway. So you're not missing out on anything. It's just if you want to support the channel a little bit extra, say what's up to that membership. And I'm going to get my butt out of here. My name is Andy Roo. Peace.